What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with another Overwatch video, and today we're going to be talking about the competitive scene in Overwatch a little bit, and most importantly, if you guys think that the competitive mode of Overwatch needs to be a little bit more rewarding, if it needs to give people a little bit more incentive to play it. I'm not really going to say one way or another. I just wanted to kind of give some commentary on this and tell you guys how I feel about it. But currently, the only real benefits you get or rewards you get for playing the competitive season are you get a special spray and you get a special player icon for whatever season it is. And that's once you go through your competitive placement matches and the competitive season ends. And you can also get competitive points, which you usually get 10 points per win. You don't get anything for losing. And depending on what rank you finish or are placed into, if you never get higher than that rank, you get a set number of points at the end of the season. So, for example, if you place into gold and stay in gold the entire season and don't manage to get up to platinum, you will get 400 competitive points. And if you place in platinum and don't get any higher than platinum, you will get 800 competitive points. Now, if you go from gold and manage to get into platinum, then you'll reach that 800 point tier and get those rewards at the end of the year. But really the only real reward they have for playing competitive is the ability to get these gold weapon unlocks for each character. It's really just a gold-plated version of their weapon, depending on what skin they're using, and they cost 3,000 competitive points, which is quite a lot. Now, I didn't play Overwatch in Season 1. A lot of people said these were fairly easy to get back then, but from what I've been looking at, numbers-wise, it seems like these gold weapons are really, really hard to acquire, especially if you're not a great player. If you're down in the bronze or silver tier, you're probably never going to see one of these unless you just grind out a bunch of seasons. And for myself, at the upper end of gold, kind of almost getting into platinum, I'm kind of looking at the same thing. Now, the one thing I noticed is these cost 3,000 points, and basically, if you want to get one of those, let's say if you don't even take into account the season end tier rewards, you would basically need to get 300 wins in competitive, which seems pretty hard. I think most people I've talked to have a win ratio, if you're lucky, between 50 and 60%. Obviously, if you're super really awesome good and you're up at the topper tiers, you probably have a much better win ratio. Mine's right around 50% right now, which means in order to get enough competitive points for a gold weapon, right now with myself being in gold, I've already got 400 coming at the end of the season. I've earned about 200 so far through victories. So I still need 2,400 more competitive points, which means I would have to win 240 games to acquire those. And considering my win ratio is about 50%, I'd have to play 480 games of competitive Overwatch just to get one gold weapon for Season 2. And obviously that's not going to happen because Season 2 ends in a couple days, and there's no way I'm going to get there. Season 3, it might be a little bit more doable since I'm going to already have some points in the bank and be able to hopefully play a little bit better. I've picked up a lot of different tips and things and been playing a lot better in Season 2, so I'm hoping that's going to carry over to Season 3, and maybe I can even get placed a little bit higher so I get some better teammates to play with that I can synergize better with. But I'm just curious what you guys think about this. Is that, given that these gold weapons are really the only thing to kind of pursue in competitive besides improving and showing off your rank, I guess. A lot of people that are playing competitive are obviously doing it for their ego and because they want to show off their skill. That's why it's called competitive. I don't know if this is enough incentive to keep playing, especially when I get continually matched up with people that don't seem to know how to play the game, or people that just really don't want to play the game the way it's meant to. And it's hard sometimes. Overwatch can be very frustrating, and I want to enjoy the competitive mode. I have been enjoying the competitive mode, but sometimes I wonder if there needs to be a little bit more incentive to keep playing. Now, on the other hand, playing devil's advocate here, I know there's a lot of people who believe that this is competitive mode and you should not get rewarded for playing competitive mode because you're out there to compete. And the people who are able to play well and unlock those gold weapons are doing so because they're good at the game and they're winning a lot. And that is a way for those people to be special snowflakes and show off their impressive-looking gold weapon so people can know, oh, hey, this guy's pretty good. He's got a gold weapon. He obviously won a lot of games or placed very high in the rankings. And I get that. I do get that, and I think there That's definitely a great point about it. But at the same time, I think there needs to be a little bit of a happy medium to keep the people sort of in my boat, to keep playing. Like where I am right now, I'm kind of in between upper gold, and I think I could probably crack into platinum if I had a little bit more time. There's just not enough time in Season 2. And I really do enjoy playing competitive. I like to play it. I like to get better at the game. I like to improve. But I just don't really see any incentive for me to do so in terms of a reward for trying to improve and trying to get better. Now, I don't know what they could actually do. One of the things I really did like, I'll be honest, when I used to play Call of Duty pretty hardcore, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, I love that there were so many things you could actually unlock just by playing the game, by performing well in the game, by getting certain achievements, and by doing certain things with your weapons, like, oh, you got 250 headshots, so you unlock this special camouflage, or if you get enough kills with a grenade, or if you get a special sticky grenade kill that manages to kill 4 people at one time, you get a special banner or something. I think Overwatch could definitely use something like that. Now, I do know you can unlock sprays and things through achievements, but it's nothing that really appears on your character that looks cool. And people, honestly, I don't think pay much attention to sprays when you're in the game. But maybe having some more special player icons and things that you could unlock would be kind of cool, or banners or things, or some cosmetics for your character. I'm just trying to come up with a way that might entice some people to play, to enjoy competitive and want to do better at competitive, that way. But like I said, I definitely see the aspect of it where some people think, well, you shouldn't, unless you're good at competitive, you really shouldn't be able to unlock anything. And the other problem with that, too, is that if there's specific rewards tied into competitive, it's going to have people playing it that shouldn't really be playing it, who just want to get those rewards. The same thing happens a lot in Destiny. You see a lot of people who jump into Iron Banner who are really, really bad at PvP, but they want to get those cool Iron Banner rewards, so they just play and bring your team down, and overall make it an unenjoyable experience for everybody because they're just trying to grind out those rewards. They don't really care about how well they do. They don't really care about bringing the team down. And that happens in Overwatch quite a bit. I've actually seen people on the forums posting, the only reason I'm playing competitive is because I want a gold weapon. And it might be somebody who's not very good at the game, or somebody like who's in bronze tier who is out there just pulling people down with them because they're just there to try to get that weapon instead of actually playing the game well and focusing on it. So I see both aspects of it, but I do think they could make competitive a little bit more rewarding. I think they definitely need to kind of get those people on the fringe to jump back in and play. I think it's great what they recently did with the arcade mode, and they kind of made it so you can earn a couple more loot boxes every week. Maybe they could tie some kind of system like that into competitive, maybe give you bonuses when you play really well, or when you have some kind of team modifier that you only get it when you play well as a teammate and you synergize well. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking out loud right now. Anyways, guys, just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on that. Let me know what you think. Does competitive Overwatch need to be a bit more rewarding for the players, or do you think it's just fine as it is? Have you been lucky enough to grind out any of those gold weapons so far? And if so, what do you think of them? And anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. I just want to kind of get some commentary out there about Overwatch. Hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you again next time.